Shalom, first and foremost, all praises, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone that taught us this true citation. Oh yeah, I can push this word day in and day out, man. Doing this quick lesson on an article I saw dated last week, August 21st, 2023. And it says New York is overrun by rats and feral cats. All right. So feral cats are basically stray cats, you know, city cats, suburb cats, whatever, right? Which is a lot of stray cats popping up everywhere. Like, it's like two places where I lay my head. In both places, I see feral cats, man. I remember seeing a feral cat used to be like a rare thing, man. But now it's like a common thing, even in the suburbs. Why? Because best believe anywhere you see a feral cat, you know, you won't see rats nearby. Best believe, man. There's a rat population or a rat colony anywhere you see a goddamn cat, man. I mean, and you gotta watch some of these cats, even though cats, in our nature, man, because our mascot is the lion, right? Which a lion ain't nothing but a giant cat, man. They're related to cats, right? And so one thing about these cats, they do pretty much eat a lot of different abominable things, which we consider abominable, but they're not abominable to the cats, but because they're not under the dietary law. But they do eat rats, man. I remember one time recently, I petted a cat and I got sick, man. Like, I don't know if it was because of the cat or something else I may have did, but I remember I petted the cat and I got sick right after, man. So you got to be careful, you know. It was like a feral cat, like, neighborhood cat or whatever, man. You know. And it says there are now estimated 3 million rats in NYC, which that's a lie, man. It's probably like 30 million, man. But they say it's 10 million residents in New York. Hey, man, it's probably 3 rats per every resident. Because, I used to frequent New York a lot. And this is what, I mean, of course, I've been in New York, I think last time 2020, but I'm talking like in the early 2010s, late 2000s. I used to go to New York like 3 times a year. And I remember in the scene in the subway, like huge rats, man. Huge rats. Probably like the ones that are closest to the curb in the front. Like it's probably like this size. Huge motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like right in the subway, just running around broad daylight. And then one thing about rats, if you see them in the daylight, that means there's some type of what they call infestation. Yeah, there's an infestation, man. Of fucking rats, man. And it says a 50% increase from a decade ago. And like I said, a decade ago is when I was frequent in New York a lot. The report from a pest control company used rat sighting data from 22, 23, building off a previous study. All right. And it says we've had the rats the size of crocs just running up and down the street. One Harlem resident recently put the Jake loved them fucking crocs, right? An average size 8 running up and down the street, all right? And it says the feral cat population has also exploded. Per the New York Daily News, with estimates ranging from 500,000 to 1 million cats living on the city streets. These feral cats are running amok everywhere. And it says the rats are multiplying because our city is addicted to putting our trash out in bags on the street. Yes, which that does attract squirrels. It does attract rats when you just put it out in the bag. Really, you're supposed to have some type of container, like a trash container, a trash bin, a recyclable bin, recycle container. You ain't supposed to just leave your shit just sitting out. That just attracts rats, man. Because why? They can smell the food, man. Let's say you eat out of a plastic plate, right? And you just put that plate in a recycle bin. And I mean, not the bin, but like a recycle, I guess you could say, tray or whatever, a box. Guess what? All that residue, the crumbs, that shit is just sitting out there for the animals to get to. Bugs, rats, roaches. You know, which that's a sign of demons when you see rats and roaches. You know, in a apartment dwelling, townhouse, whatever. You got dirty ass neighbors. They're gonna attract those bugs, those demons, man, those flies. And it says, and the feral cat population grew when free spraying and neuter services were paused on COVID, and now, with more evictions and financial pressures driving owners to give up their pets. Yeah, you got people that just walking away from their pets, their dogs, their cats, because even now it's even expensive, having a pet, man, because pet food with inflation don't went up, you know. Salaki. And it says feral cats are a major issue for local bird populations, right? So that's pretty much it on the article. You get the point, man. But like I said, man, this is a part of the plagues that the Most High is bringing upon this place, because it's polluted, man. The land is polluted, so you're gonna have polluted animals like rats, man. And real soon, when Esau do away with the meat, because he has plans to cut the meat out of the food chain, right? Pursuant to the 2025/2030 agenda, which they moved up to 2025, because they're saying it's high carbon emitting, and, as far as the processing, process or whatever of the meats. So he has a plan to take meat out the food chain, man, which, hey, that's the spirit, because brothers, let's say that the Lord allows this devil to take meat. I mean, which it is going to be a famine, so eventually it's going to be hard to go to the grocery store and get your meat. But let's say, when that does happen, brothers been accustomed to eating fruits and vegetables now, man. All right. Brothers ain't eating as much meat as we did 10 years ago, 5 years ago, even 3 years ago. Where we in 20, yeah. Around 3 years ago, that's when majority of brothers started changing their diets to more of a holistic approach, more of a healing type of diet, fruits and vegetables, man. Right? So go ahead, take the meat away, man. I'm to the point where I try to eat meat only one time a week, but I'm trying to get that down to once a month. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm not doing good enough. So, but this, what you see here is going to be the people's meat real soon. When meat run out, guess what? People still need, because they've been trained by Esau to eat a protein diet. So they're going to be eating abominations like these fucking rats and mice and shit when the food supply run out. All hell break loose, man. Because then when that run out, they're going to be eating their children, man. The scriptures talk about that. Especially these wicked women. This is 1 John 5:19, and we know that we are of the Most High, and that the whole world life and wickedness, man. Yeah, we are of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, but you people, you in darkness, man. We're in the light, but you people are in darkness, man. That's the balance, man. 2/3 in the heathens are in darkness, and the 1/3 hopeful elect are in the light, man. All right. Because we have this truth, man. We have the correct breakdowns, given to us by apostles and elders of Great Millstone, man. Okay, so, and given to them by Yahweh Shem Yahshua, so ultimately Yahweh Shem Yahshua gave it to us, man. All right. So, man, it's about to get crazy, man. You got lab-grown meat talks. Which they already talking about it, so that's how you know they're doing it. If Esau talking about, it's going to be implemented, that means it's already being done. So, you got to be careful where you get your meats from nowadays, man. Be careful which restaurants you go. I'm going to be honest, I might not buy meat in the area where it's mostly like niggas, man. You know, which you know what I mean by mostly niggas. Areas where so-called hood, areas where it's just an overabundance of niggas. You know, I'm not buying my meat from there. It gotta be like some type of a diverse type of area where I get my meat from. You know, cause the one thing about them heathens and Esau, man, they do complain, man. You know, something wrong with the meat or the food, they will complain, man. You know, even though they demons themselves, but they will, they actually do take pride in what they're eating, man. You know, they're like, oh no, this don't taste like chicken. It says it's chicken, it don't taste like chicken. But you know, niggas, man, niggas just eat anything, man. Niggas is omnivores. They're really omnivores, which means they eating everything, man. All right. So saying we know that the Son of the Most High has come and have given us understanding. Yeah, she did that 2,000 years ago, 2 days ago, man. Which is the day to the Most High is 1,000 years, 1,000 of our years, man. That we may know Him that is true, and we are in Him that is true, even in His Son, Yahweh Shah Mashiach. This is the true power and eternal life. So, hey, man, coming back, man, to the faith, man. Knowing you're Hebrew Israelites, man. You know, it's what's going to give us the kingdom, man, all right? And give us new bodies, Lord willing, we of that chosen of the elect, man, the 1/3, right? It's Isaiah 66:17. They that sanctify themselves or purify themselves in the garden behind one tree and are meant to eat in swine's flesh. Yeah, that's what these people love to do. They eat the pork bacon, pork candy, pork on everything, man. Pork condiments, pork gelatin, They love fucking pigs, man. Which that's an abomination. And the abomination and the mouse. Yeah, man, you people gonna be eating mouses in these last days, man. Why? Because you lack faith. You're gonna see a mouse running around. You're gonna kill that motherfucker. You're gonna jump on it. Some of you people, y'all just gonna eat that mouse as is, man. Just eat it raw, man. Because you just gone far gone like that, man. Shall be consumed together, saith the Most High, Yahbashim Yoshai. So y'all gonna be consumed together in what? Thermonuclear fire, man. Right? Because, you people, here it is, you're mentally in a zombie-like state. So real soon it's gonna transfer to the physical. You're gonna physically become zombies, eating anything you see, eating rodents, rats, roaches, people. Y'all just gonna really be out there, man. Bugged out, man. Gone crazy, especially in these cities, man. These cities, are full of rodents, man. Even the suburbs, you got something called a field mouse too. But even the suburbs, rural country areas, they got rats too. But these cities are full of rats, man. I was just meditating how, like, exactly 2 years ago, a little over 2 years, maybe July of 2021, I was doing security. And shit. And it was at this strip bar. And, at the end of the shift, when we closed up, I used to have to walk. Like, one of the jobs was we used to have to walk the strippers to the car because, niggas will rob them, man. That's like an easy lick, for a 2/3 nigga. So, we used to have to walk the woman to the car and shit, make them niggas that's lurking around think twice, right? So, I was walking with this one woman and a huge rat. So it's like two of them. They was like playing, man. It's probably like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., somewhere around there, right? So they were playing in the streets, just running around, and they ran right in front of me and the woman, so we hit the brakes, and she screamed, ah, I said, hey, don't worry, you good, you with me. So, I walked her to the car, whatever. God, she gave me a tip, and I kept it moving, but it was like, man, the rats was huge, man. This is in D.C., downtown D.C., man. You know, like Connecticut Avenue for brothers that's familiar with DC. So I'm like, man, these are huge rats that's playing in daytime, man. These are like alpha rats because they weren't even scared. They really weren't scared. If they ran in front of us, that means they weren't even scared, man. So, hey, guess what? The Lord's gonna turn up these rats, man. Real soon, man. You know, He's gonna turn up these rats on you people, man. Because guess what? It's gonna be a famine out here. So the rats are used to eating the garbage you people put out. So guess what? When that garbage runs out, because you people gonna be eating the garbage when the grocery store runs out. Guess what? A lot of the rats gonna be eating you. 2/3. I'm talking about the 2/3 and Eve. It's not you, brothers and sisters out there, man. Hopefully, talk about these wicked motherfuckers out there, man. Cause y'all make up the majority. You evil bastards, man. All right, y'all gonna be consumed together, man. With the rats, it's gonna be rats in the thermonuclear. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever remaining rat colonies, man, here in America, man, they gonna be in the missile food, man. You know. So, hey, man, shit's about to get drastic out here. You people worried about chasing the bag, which ain't nothing wrong with getting the bag, but getting the bag ain't the end all be all. First and foremost, you should come in as truth, you know. Then when you come in as truth, you get a peace of mind. Then, get your little daily bread or get you your little extra bag, your extra few bands or whatever, man. Just run it up from there, right? But that's, in this society, they promote, just get to the bag, get to the bag. Guess what, man? The grinding's about to cease real soon, man. Especially once this second lockdown hit, man. LD, man. You know, Lord willing, it is sooner than later, man. Because brothers is tired of working, man. I shouldn't even have to work. I'm 40 plus, man. In my early 40s, 41. I shouldn't even have to work. Really, men shouldn't even have to work past age 40 and up, man. You should be retired, man. Enjoying the fruits of your labor. But in this society, man, they promote being a perpetual slave and shit, man. Because we're in our captivity. This ain't our rest, so, You got Edomites my age that are retired, man. And younger. You got Edomites in their 30s retired, man. And even certain 2/3 sellout niggas, man. So really you shouldn't have to work, but hey, this ain't our rest. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Yeah, man, it's gonna get crazy out here. The same neighbors used to be grilling and cooking out together, man. Committing adultery on each other's women. But at face value, they laughing, getting drunk and high together. Hey, man, all them days is gonna run out. And one thing I noticed this summer is just pretty much over, man. But one thing I noticed this summer, I didn't really smell too much cookouts, cookout food in the air. How I used to smell that dirty swine, the blizzies, hot dogs and shit cooked in the air. But this summer, I didn't really smell it as much. You know what I mean? And one thing I also noticed this summer, since people can't afford cooking out like they used to because of inflation, right? One thing I noticed, another thing, they've been doing more block parties than anything, like neighborhood type of cookouts instead of the private cookouts, graduation cookouts, prom, that shit, birthday cookouts. There wasn't none of that shit this year, man. And I move around a lot, man. Not with Jake, because it's too expensive. Like, if you want to cook out, let's say you want to buy the chicken, the hot dogs, the hamburger meat, the bun, the bread, you're looking at like $300, man. Let's say 100 people come. You spending like $500, man. Maybe close to 1,000, man. So people ain't been cooking out like they used to, man. They've been going to the food bank, man. You got these food banks at these churches, at these non-profit buildings, things of that nature. Them lines is packed, man. But shall destroy their houses with the sword, spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. Yeah, because of the lack of bread, man. These people gonna be eating, like I said, rat burgers. I showed you that in Demolition Man. It shows you that in the video game The Last of Us. People eating rat burgers in line. It's gonna be lines, long lines of people eating rat. And guess what, man? The answer is the chip. Oh, you want to go back to the grocery store? You gotta take the chip, man. The hour of temptation, man. The scriptures talk about, man. Which is to come upon all men on the earth, man. Ain't no hiding, man. Ain't no running to Mexico. Ain't no running to Puerto Rico. Running to DR. Running to Colombia. Running to Brazil. Running to Africa, running to Europe, running to Asia. There ain't gonna be none of that. It's gonna be worldwide, man. And they getting ready to collapse the economy, man. Cause they're saying that the second lockdown is gonna be it. The first lockdown, people just now getting back on their feet, and they about to lock this shit down again. So people like, oh no, man, I'm not gonna be set back again, man. I'm not gonna go back to getting a PPP loan, getting a stimulus check. Oh no, oh no, oh no. That spirit of rebellion is out there. People already talking about it. It will not comply, especially them the red-blooded Edomites, man. Those red, conservative, red devil Edomites, man. I'm talking about, oh no, I'm not taking the yab, oh no. So things is heating up, man. The September is looking like a hot one, but everything we pretty much started around this time, August. Plus, they doing the CBDC trials. They doing, the wickedness behind closed doors, man. So, they need these distractions. So lockdown is the perfect distraction. They got yabs ready. They got jabs ready, man. They're saying it'll be ready by mid-September, man. The new jab, which I believe they're gonna have to change this new strain name to CVID-93. I mean, not 9323. C-Video 23. You know what I mean? They're gonna have to change it to 23. Right? Because 19 was years ago, man. You talking 4 years ago, 2019. It was just hard to believe, but so they're gonna have to change it to 23, man. Yeah, for sure. That's to spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. Yeah, you gonna have actual people prepped up, but it's gonna be spoiled, man. Like them, especially them Edomites. Esau fridge always full. The black woman fridge is always full. The pantry, they're gonna run in the pantries, the fridge. You got certain Edomites, they got their whole garage stocked up with food, man. The whole garage, man. I'm not talking about a bunker, the whole garage, man. It's plain day, man. Fucking wine cellars and shit in the basement, man. And for great tribulation. The scripture says it's gonna be a time like no other, man. Which, hey, man, it's long overdue, man. It's long overdue, even though it's in Yahweh Shem Yahushua's time. It's long overdue, man. Right? Over here it is, we approaching 2024, man. I remember when I first came in this truth was around 2012, man. We thought that was the end, man. But, here it is, the Lord done, had mercy on certain brothers, because a lot of brothers was in the world back in 2012, 2013, 14, 15, 16, and so forth, 18, 19, So, great tribulation, man. Right. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 49. I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood. Yeah, a lot of you married women, y'all gonna lose your husband, man. Really, your husbands, man, because most women nowadays, they not faithful to their man. They got multiple men. They got a nigga, they got their main nigga, right? So called boyfriend, husband, whatever, right? Fiance, however you want to put it, right? Then they got a nigga at the job. They got a man at the job that they letting hit. Then they got the man at the bar that they like to frequent that's hitting it. A man at their favorite club. What else, man? Then they got another man from one of their friends, one of their whore friends, man. They fucking on that nigga. Then then they got the mechanic. You know, them car repairs are expensive, so they paying a mechanic in box. You know, a couple times a month. The oil change is expensive. Oil change like $100 now. You know, and so forth. The man at church that's hitting it. What else, man? Oh, the man at the gym. How could I forget that? They got a nigga at the gym that's hitting it. You know, need I say more? Poverty. So, but all them niggas they commit adultery with, including a woman, it's gonna get put to death, man. Cause scripture said adulterer and adulteress shall be put to death, man. Poverty. Hey, you gonna have massive poverty like no other, man. Like it's just gonna be the haves and have-nots. Ain't gonna be no so-called middle class or people living paycheck to paycheck. It's gonna be you either one of the elites or lesser luminaries, one of these sellouts, or you not. Famine. Yeah, it's gonna be famine of the word first and foremost, but then you're gonna have your famine of bread, famine of water. You know, you niggas gonna be walking around looking like Somalians out here with fucking beer bellies, skinny as fuck, man. Looking like Ethiopians, a diseased Ethiopian, man. You know, gonna have that malnutrition belly, man. The Lord's gonna keep. Hey, I'm laughing. Scripture said we shall laugh at your calamity. I'm laughing because Lord's gonna keep the spirit in your body. He's gonna keep the spirit in your body, man. So we gonna laugh. Same way y'all laughing at us today, saying we wearing dresses and all that. Hey, y'all watching y'all shots gonna laugh at you. Do what? Do his men, do the prophets, man. We gonna laugh at you niggas. I'm gonna eat it right. Me personally, man. I don't want to the side, man. I'm gonna eat a fucking filet fish sandwich right in front of you niggas, man. And dare you niggas to reach for it, man. Dare you to reach. I'll fucking knock you, lob your head off, motherfucker. That's the spirit I'm becoming in that day. I don't want to design, man. I'm gonna eat outside on you niggas, man. And pestilence. Yeah, diseases, massive outbreaks, man. You know, you people that took the yab, you a ticking time bomb. Here it is 2 years later. I mean, they said, you know, on the alternative news sites, the people that took the yab got 2 years to live. And we at that point now, man. You know, we're at that point. Maybe a little bit after that point. Maybe 2.5 years. Most of you people took your first dose, man, of that devil's juice, man. To waste thy houses with destruction and death. Yeah, the same houses you love. Same houses you spent 700,000 on, man. You know, 600, 500,000, man. Because you know the average house in America right now is like 450,000, man. You know, which that's crazy, man. That's insane, man. Like, that's why like we gotta get up out of here because you're always playing catch up. You can never get ahead of the curve financially in this place, man. Especially if it's just you, man. Like all the households that have like multiple incomes, man, because of inflation. But that's a part of the poverty plague, man. Like who's gonna invest in a house back in 2009 when you was only making 30-something thousand a year, 40,000 a year, man? You know what I mean? You barely getting by and shit. And this is back then, so imagine now, man. Imagine now. Shit is crazy. That's why we gotta get up out of here, man. I don't want about to sign the Lord shorten the days, man. You know, even when you do have a good month, you make good money. You got bags with holes in it, man. The wages is the same way, fast, just as fast as it came, just as fast as it leave, man. You know, unless you got a constant cash flow, like they say, man, where you making money in your sleep. But even then, man, still bags with holes, man. Brothers got families, wives, things of that nature, man. Responsibilities, man. Bills. Bills don't stop. Gas, you gotta buy gas twice a week. You know what I mean? Shit's fucked up out here. But the Lord's gonna put an end to that real soon, man. Our subject to payment. That's a part of the curses, man. Punishment, man. And it's Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power. Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Yeah, the people that's been eating. Because the scriptures say the last shall be first and first last. So the people that's eating in this society, they're going to be starved out. You know what I mean? But we going to eat. Since we've been starved out of this society, we going to eat, man. You know? It says, behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed, man. So we going to be rejoicing. We going to be eating, drinking, laughing. We going to be having a good time, man. Scripture said destruction and famine. We gonna laugh, man. So, you know why? Because we know what's to come, man. We know what's to come, which is deliverance. And it's for us, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Then you have your Israelite foreigners that descend thereof on their father's lineage. But you 2/3 and you heathen nations, y'all I catch that sword. And it says, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and it shall howl for vexation of spirit. So, hey, we gonna be singing, laughing, dancing. Scripture say we gonna be dancing in the blood of the wicked. So we gonna be getting down, man. You know, it's gonna be fun. Jacob's trouble for us. You know, of course, you know, it's gonna be crazy, intense, but it's gonna be fun, man. At the end of the day, you know, it's gonna be something we gonna talk about for an eternity, man. And we ain't never gonna get tired of it, man. We gonna play it back. Have holograms, have all these different images, videos and stuff. You know, Jake like to Snapchat, record, TikTok, everything. We gonna have all that in the kingdom and play it back, man. For our children that are amongst the 2/3 that come back in the kingdom. And, you know, it's newborn babes, man. But you know, I'm gonna end it there, man. I think that was pretty much it on that. Let's see if it's more meat, man. All right. And it says, and ye shall have, leave your name for a curse until my children, for the Lord shall slay thee and call his service by another name. Yeah, so, hey, man, we coming into the time that no man seen before, man. Not even Esau, man. Esau got, of course, Esau got all this little so-called scenarios and shit. But even Esau don't know the magnitude that Yahweh Shem Yahshua about to bring it. You know what I mean? So he's not even prepared. You know, this devil's always late. So till next time, Shalom.